Hi friends, welcome to Aishudiy. This is also going to be a leather bracelet project. I'm using these beads. I think lavender quartz. I'm not so sure. This was in the bargain bead box subscription for this month. Um, Lavender quartz, yes. Faceted roundel beads. It's 4 by 3 millimeter. So this was how much was the strand. So I'm thinking whether to use this one or this one. Still I'm not so sure. I don't know why. Yeah, I think this is way too. I'll use this leather. This is antique green, 1.5 millimeter. So I'm just going to take about say 24 inches. That's all I need. Okay, because when I double this like this, I'm gonna add a knot, probably couple of knots, and I'm good. So I'll just take 1 inch a little bit more just in case. Okay, so 25 inches I took. Then here is a button for my stash. It's a square button, and this is a dangle from bargain bead box as well. So I'm just going to put this through my button and bring it about in the middle. Okay, and then tie an overhand knot. So I'm just going to go around my finger and then pop this underneath the loop that I created. Make sure the knot comes okay, the knot comes over there. The knot is delivered right next to the button. Okay, okay, just leave about okay, we need movement, right? So I'm just concerned about that. Yes, now it's good. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to this barrel knot. For the barrel knot that I have this tube, you can take anything you want, like something like a chopstick or so, which is thick enough with the circumference being this way. You can take anything which is round and cylindrical, like a thin pencil or a chopstick. Those kind of things would work. And then we need 24 gauge wire. I am going to use this silver wire that I have from Artistic Wire. I bought this from Michael's. So I am going to work with the spool because I have very less, right? So I mean, it doesn't matter. If I would not have less wire, then I would have worked with the spool, but otherwise it's fine now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these beads off, and then I'm going to load all of these beads into this wire, and then I'll come back. I have loaded the beads into the wire. Now all I want to do is instead of doing this, I can doesn't matter actually. So let's just do this. What I had done is I had just made a loop at the end so that it doesn't, this beads doesn't come off. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one end of the wire and then just wrap it once around this tube of beads, and then one more time. Okay, just move the beads over here. Oops. Okay, and then holding this right here in your fingers, I'm just going to wrap this beads. You just need a little bit of attention but not a lot, so that you have some space. Just move all the beads down. Okay, and then just make sure there is no lag in the wrap, right? We need it right next to each other. And then just leave a little bit of space and then continue. The wrap. Just like so. I'm good with this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap 1.5 times at the end, just with the wire, not with the beads. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this off from the this barren knot tube. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take both the leather cords. Okay, then I'm gonna go put it inside these 2 loops first, the one without the beads. Let's do one at a time. Okay, and then now try to insert this leather into this form that we created. You can loosen up your wire right here, because anyways we are going to wrap it against the leather one more time, and then just put it here, and here also I would like to take it off a little bit, just so that I can put these wires through, the leathers through. So you can use your pliers if you want to, just to make sure that this one goes on top of this. This and this. Okay, now just gently pull this all together. So now comes the fun part. Before that, we need to measure this. Look at this from a bracelet point of view. So here, from here, I need about 7.5 inch size bracelet, and this one is about, say, 1.5 inch worth of beads. Okay, so you take 1.5 from 7.5, it is 5. So you need 2.5 inch here and 2.5 inch here, and this I'm talking about a 7.5 inch bracelet size. So if it is a different thing, then you need to adjust your calculation accordingly, depending upon your wrist size. So here we go, about 2.5 inch right there. So there I'm gonna stop it right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap this side first. Just 3 wraps is more than enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my wire right in between these 2 leather cords, just like so, and then snip it off. Okay, so about this side right here, see your beads have already come out. Just make sure that you scoot it out over here and make this look nice. And then take your pliers, because the tail is short over here, so you need your pliers to help you wrap this thing. Go ahead and squish this so that your wraps are consistent and even. Right next to each other. Then bring the final tail underneath the leather, in between the leather. So put your pliers through and take it off, just like so. Once it comes out, go ahead and snip it, just like that. So now we have our wrap here, and now we have to finish the other end of the bracelet. The other end of the bracelet, I want you to have your ruler in handy, okay, and it's gonna be say, okay, so from here, so, 2.5, and what did I do calculation? I'm so sorry, guys. So let's see, 2.5 plus 1.5 will be 4, yes, plus 2.5 will be 6.5. I did some wrong calculation. I did a big miscalculation, guys. Sorry, my mind was a little bit off today. After a long time, my kids went to school, and it's like a little bit stressful with all the COVID situation and everything. My mind was just wandering today, not in the right place. Okay, I'm just pressing the wire so that it doesn't hurt your fingers or your wrist or anything. So one more thing, so 7.5, so this part is just 1.5. If you take 1.5 from 7.5, it is 6.5. I calculated it to be 5, which is bad. So I'm just going to take this and loosen it up, probably move this a little bit towards this side is what I'm thinking. I don't know how far it's gonna work, but or should I just make it for a 6-inch wrist? I don't know. Okay, yeah, just going to go ahead with it because I don't want to distort the shape, right? Yes, yeah, I'm fine with this design. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it as it is, and I'm just okay, there is 2.5 here, there will be 2.5. Okay, over here I'm gonna tie a knot exactly the distance between the bead and the clasp. That is the distance I'm leaving here, and then I'm gonna tie an overhand knot. right here. I want to tie over a knot. So make sure the first knot is okay. Okay, and then I want this to come here. So now I'm going to tie another knot right here, but before tightening that knot, make sure your button goes through it. Okay, yes, my button does go through it. Now I'll go ahead and tighten this knot. Okay, you can leave this. This will definitely not go through this, so I cannot have a bead angle like that. But what I can do is I can just put it in here like that, and then tie another knot. But this one I want to do two, so it's like double-sided. If you have some E6000, if you can put it, it will be double-sided and it will look really nice. So I would like to tie another knot after that. Or we can do a double knot as well, since we have the leather anyways, right? Okay, now my leather bracelet looks like that. I'm gonna snip this off just a bit like that, but before that I'm gonna take my handy dandy glue and take a post-it, put it over here, because this side gets a lot of wear and tear, so it's better to put some glue here. And let it dry overnight, 24 hours, whichever works for your area is good. There we go, that's done. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. My tongue is a twisted. Like, subscribe and share. I would like to hear from you guys if you like this bracelet idea or not. I love to read your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.